And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Team Fortress TV 2. We are bringing you the RGL-IM Season 4 Grand Finals. My name is Just Jazz. Joining me on the mic tonight is Unicorn Wizard, and we got Shears.tf on the mic. We are watching Fresh Installs versus at Dickerson World. And but we'll talk about that in a second. Unicorn Wizard, my good friend. How are you tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. Excited to cast the final night of TF2 for the season. You got three grand finals going on at once. I don't know how that happened. This is probably the default day. That's probably how it happened. But still, this is a lot of TF2 at once. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting night. We've got the amateur grand finals going on the on Team Fortress TV, the normal one. We've got invite grand finals going on RGL.GG stream later on tonight as well. But we've got the the intermediate grand finals here on TFTV2, and that's what we care about. So we got two titans of industry playing here tonight. Like I said, we got Fresh Installs and Dickerson World. Let's look at some rosters real quick, if we could. So on the side of Fresh Installs, we've got Rive and Delenu on the Scouts, Wacky, Fire, and Dala on Pocket and Roma, respectively. Denisovich, who's actually ringing from Bingo Night Esports on the Demoman class, and then Medic. We got Dinko bringing them heels. Uni, how about the Dickerson World, man?
All right. Dickerson World. It's Dart and Fishy on Scout, Indy and Blake on Roma. I swear to God, there's like 10 players named Blake. Demo Robbie Obi Obi. I think that's how it is. Robbie Obi Obi. Something like. I'll just call him Rob.
R-
Rob
that
on demo.
sound. Sorry, go on. I'll make
No,
my joke
it's
after.
something like this. I apologize for getting your name wrong, dude. Uh, but and then Yop Yop on Medic. Interesting to note, both these teams are playing with either a ringer or a relatively new person on demo. Like you said, on fresh installs, Dennis is ringing from Bingo Night Esports, and on the side of Dickerson Road, Rob ranked for one match and has been rostered for them for the playoffs.
Well, there we go. I was gonna say that Rappy Oi Oi Oi. It sounds like you remember that episode of SpongeBob where he's got Doodle Bob. You know that one? He's like
Yeah, I know
Do
what
me
you mean.
oi oi. Yeah, exactly. That's what it reminded me of. So it's probably the joke I'll make all night. So it's gonna be all downhill after this, ladies and gentlemen. But so we got three maps for you tonight. We've got Gully Wash, Water, and Product. Now, Gully and Product were Dickerson Worlds picked, with Fresh Installs obviously going to be taking Snake Water. I did ask Blake what the reasoning behind their two picks are. Find the board conversation that I did it in. Um, oh, sorry, I got that mixed around. So Fresh Installs picked Gully and Product, and the other team picked Snake Water. So the reason that they ended up picking Gully Wash was more just because I mean it's a map they feel really comfortable on. Both teams are feeling really confident going into this match tonight. And when you're going into grand finals, you have to have that level of confidence. This is where it's all on the line. And actually, we do have a prize pool for intermediate this season. First place getting $138, second place getting $126. We are in esports territory, ladies and gentlemen. So these teams, it's all on the line. What's that split between six people? Like 20, $25, something like that. It'll be
Yeah,
good. So,
yeah, it's not
but
it's not too bad. No, I think there
yeah,
is about the same, if not a little bit more money than was in ESEA, I think. I don't know. I just
like
remember
that.
not winning that much from the two times that I won open, so I don't know. Anything is better than nothing.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
But
you've made
yeah,
enough
I think
money to come out positive considering the amount of money that you pay for the league fees or
yeah, I've
something
actually
like that,
come
isn't
out
it?
net positive in TF2 in terms of money. I don't in terms of like time investment, I'm not sure if like that's worth it,
Uh,
but you know.
in terms of time investment, we're really, really in the red. Just
Yeah,
so far in the
it's
red. Like there's no salvaging it. But you know what? That's okay. We do it for the love of the game, and it's
yeah, there's one person who plays this game for the money and everyone else plays it because they love the game. The money is just kind of a nice little benefit if you do end up getting some.
yeah, and the great thing about TF26 is as just a game, like it's so unique in the world of esports. It's it's so quick. It's so the movement is unparalleled. It honestly feels like sort of like obviously there's the Quake influences in TF2, but just the tactical and the positional choices as well sort of reminds me of what the that other Valve esports CS:GO money and that not as much fun, and we're here for fun, ladies and gents. So and and we are starting on Gully Wash, which is an interesting choice. I love Gully Wash, man. Gully Wash is one of my favorite maps in the map pool. It's one where I feel all the different classes have their time to shine, and soldiers aren't just limited to sacking in and
I was gonna
dying
say,
like
what class do you main?
medic. So I like every
Oh,
part except the mid fight.
I was gonna say, like, if you were a demo or a soldier main, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure most demos and soldiers' favorite map is Gully or Metalworks, but yeah, it's a very, like you said, Scout definitely doesn't control this map like he does basically every other map. Soldier has a lot of different options on what he can do, even if that is just sitting in the choke and spamming, skip jumping through. So it'll be interesting to see what teams do. Mids on Gully Wash, there's never really long mids on Gully, now that I think about it. I can never remember a time that I've had a mid more than like 20-25 seconds on Gully Wash. It's
Yeah.
usually
Well,
just, people are dead immediately and then, someone wins.
yeah, they tend to go very quickly, and the soldiers are going to be the class to look out for on these initial mid fights, because so much of this mid fight is really determined by what time did the soldiers initiate, and how does the other team and how does your team play off of that. If you've got a if your soldiers bomb early, then you really have to follow up early and take that space. All those other teams or all the other players. If you send a soldier drop down, they have to take care of the soldier that's gone drop down, or as soon as the soldier's gone drop down, go forward. So there's no chance of the soldier, going behind and doing what they do best. So I think it'll be interesting, and also, obviously with the mids on the goalie watch, you can just go up their side and just try to flood it, get some damage done. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm quite looking forward to the game, and it's actually the first time I've done a cast in quite a while, so it'll be I don't know. And obviously, who better to do a cast with than Unicorn Wizard, ladies and gentlemen? This is the king of all this stuff.
Oh man, you're too kind. I did open for like one season. Or no, I did advanced for like one season, excuse me. And then TFTV and RGL stepped their game up, so I wasn't needed anymore. But it's always
Hmm.
fun to cast. It's you get to enjoy the game and like give constructive criticism while like vaguely insulting people, but like you can say, "Oh yeah, I just want them to do better." It's fun. But no, this should be a good game. I swear to God, I like had a like tryout or rang sometime against the Wacky Fire team because the Wacky Fire is a name that I remember. It's one of those that sticks out, and I think they were pretty good. I mean, obviously they're in
Hmm.
a grand final, so they can't be bad. But you know, I'm I'm interested to see how this goes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, interestingly to note, these two teams they have met once in the earlier in the main season, in the season, whatever you call it, where Dickerson World actually took Villa 3-2. So maybe that's a sign of what's to come. Ultimately, what matters is what happens in the 30 minutes. Or no, you guys play halftime in here, so
Yeah, we do.
the hour that they have to to win the map. So I think it'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna keep my eye on Wacky Fire, not because he's the only person from that team that talked to me and some information about their teams, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Will have to be a good game. I know we're gonna go live very, very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. So just settle in. This is Team Fortress TV 2, Just Jazz, Unicorn Wizard, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
And here we go. I'm gonna do an overhead look of the mid, but yeah, Wacky Fire. Keep an eye on him. I'm gonna see what these demos do, because demo basically defines what happens on most mids. Gully Wash especially, he can shut down like whatever door he wants. No big damage yet. Actually,
both of the blue soldiers have jumped on red side very easy, but Blake's not found anything. Dennis is actually having an arrow and healed in the choke. But all of a sudden, it's just gone very, very well for Wacky Fire and his boys, picking up 3 players, including the med, very quickly. Fishy on 1 health. Is he going to live? Oh, he makes it back on. Yeah, that's like exactly what he said. The speed at which we wash mids can go quickly. There's so much that happens, so much you got to keep track of it. And
it's like this. I'm pretty sure it's the smallest
his
mid.
Boys.
Yeah,
I think so. It's also got an
this
interesting amount of height yeah, so good amount of height. But now this is full disad for Dickerson World and their boys. So this is going to take us in really quickly. The demo does jump in. He's being denied by Dart on the Pyro class. It's done a lot of work. The gun has gone down. The Uber has faded, but 3 players down. Dickerson World. Fresh installs making quick, clean work of this, and Robbie couldn't do much, and it's gonna be the first round. Fresh install,
yeah.
damn dude.
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah, you can't say too much about it. They lost the mid and they lost the round. No, it happened. So we'll see if this becomes a theme,
Yeah,
or if they can.
That's just classic
Gully
Wash for you, man. Yeah, so Blake and Wacky Fire both bombing, but Blake just gets shut down immediately.
Wacky Fire's the only one dead. If I'm blue, I'm getting out of here.
Dinko goes down. Yeah, Fishy just picks him up with the pistol. At this point, play heals, get ready to back and just pick off any players that Mong into. Yeah, big pipes by Rob picking up Delanu. The soldier's in. Soldier goes down as well. Dart cleaning up Dala. It's Dennis and Rive on the mid, but they're backing out. The cavalry has arrived for Dickerson World. So that's the response that you want, right? You drop that first round very quickly, take the second one very quickly. Wacky is in. He gets a lot of damage done, but he doesn't get the kill, and so that's their sack. Blake's the demo tennis feeding for whatever reason. He needed to be out, was still in. And that's going to be a 2-player disadvantage. The demo is also down, so demo's dead. Uber disadvantage is not looking good, but to make this push count, Rob is Ubered
Uber comes in kind of early. Die, but they're just
but
playing
the point play is a match. So much cap, but
yeah,
all the frags have in the not in their favor.
Now
pipe
that... Oh, Rob could win this?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't know how hurt they are. That was weird.
Yeah, I think there, because it was a demo and a soldier versus with their medics. So I feel like they probably could have backed out, healed up, re-put back in, and just get like the spam fight and try to get frag before the God, what is it called? The spawners. That's the word. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, that's all right. Right? Sometimes you back out. They do have Uber disadvantage, so they're just holding back close in the choke. Set back before he gets the arrow.
Oh!
Indy with the hugest bomb of its life. Robs the Met. Wacky Fire is
Fire
going to
jumps him
jump
with a
in, try to
shotgun
get
out,
any foot.
and
Well, they're just monging in at this. You get the Uber forced out, which is good, but you know, Fishy cleaning up its new on the Dahl is also getting out, but you know, they're getting that cap time. They're just pushing in. You know, absolutely relentless pressure at the moment. You know, ready, and but the heavy is out. The spawners have arrived.
oh, they shouldn't be
and
going
dies,
in anymore.
so-
They need to back out.
Yeah, at this
The
point,
demo was
you know, play the
water.
play. Interesting
Oh.
play.
Oh, everyone's dead.
And-
Oh god, everyone's dead. That
It was horribly good, and then it was horribly wrong. To yeah, there as
Yeah.
well. You know, I think once you get that med kill and you get second, you know, it's you know, you want to you do sort of want to go in and you want to get some just a little bit eager right there, and it doesn't work in the favor of boys. Unfortunate.
Yeah, they did a good job of keeping Yap alive though. So it's even Ubers, so we're probably just gonna see a soldier sack. Dennis doing a decent amount of damage through choke, but nothing crazy. So our first real true stalemate.
I mean, it's not TF26s of that one of those, man. Gully, you know, Gully
Yeah,
is one of those maps where there's two places you can push through. Maybe try to send someone, be a little bit funny, go through baby door, lower, or your terminology. But even then, you know, you've got to get through this wall of Blake. You could also alternatively go drop down, but I know one of their scouts is just watching it like a hawk. So I did speak with Fresh Installs, and he said they do love the double sack, you know, and their sack, according to him, are quite effective. So we might see one of those come out. But you know, I suspect if anything, it's just gonna be sack in, get a force, or you know, if not, you know, send up an off class. But the Rob does go down. Yop White Week as well. Dala tried a really valiant sack effort, but that lack of demo, that lack of area denial is going to be big. Wacky Fire is taking a lot of, is going to end up going down, and this push is sort of at the moment. Blake's going in for a sack on the other side. Hasn't found anything, no damage on Dinko whatsoever, but they're just going to take a trade.
Just use right in.
Soldier trade. Yeah, maybe not the best, but
I don't know what the. Yeah, it's not a horrible
I guess
decision.
the
It's
would
just a
be
weird decision.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like they split it out, and maybe it was just take a trade just so we can get going. But you know, they weren't close in the choke at all, so it really doesn't amount to anything besides just a you know, reset of the Ubers. But ends up going down. Creators at some point. Rye picks up Fishy in this fight on the flank, and also going in trying to get anything, but he's facing two scouts of this. They're not a good look for you, man. But as I say, it seems that you know, Dickerson World has just opted to seed sec. That lack of two players is going to be pretty big. It is, well, it was even Ubers, but Fresh Installs has been building really. It's going to even out here, and you know, Fishy on this Pyro is going to look to do as much denial and makes a sixes quite like a Pyro on Gully Wash last, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? That's why I'm not playing, right? But so yeah, here comes in the sack. Dala. Yeah, I got minced, bro.
Yeah.
And Blake going in for the counter, minced as well.
Trades
the lane
with Delano though, yeah.
Yeah, he goes down, so they have a slight player advantage, but they do have Fishy up on the sniper man. Indy taking
Indy's
a fight
really
in the
aggressive.
stairwell.
He's at 48 and no one chasing him down. He's pretty lucky to be alive right now. Fishy still on that sniper. Just seeing what they can do. No one Indy on spy to check off classes, but they Wacky Fire and Co have not opted to do anything. with those off.
Well, the problem that Fishy's got right now is
we're just gonna,
he's
I
in
don't
a
know,
terrible
see another
sight
say.
line. Yeah. Well, it seems like Fishy's
poor
in a
Dalla.
terrible sight line. Dalla does go in for back, but nothing comes of it. Blake making move, going up to the launch pad, but goes back out. Indy instead is the one, tries to surf up the stairs.
Oh!
He dropped Dinko. How does he do? How does he get away? Oh my God.
Huh. Wait,
So
this, okay. Okay, that was just the medic playing in a horrible position. Okay.
Yeah. So
they're just going in. It's
all
just
gone downhill.
And Rob. Rob, where are you going? Rob, don't do this. Okay, he's fine. When you're
Wacky
like,
stuff.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think
that's
the second drop of the day for Dinko. Unfortunate, but that's gonna be full Uber advantage for Dickerson World, and they're gonna have to use this. Wacky Fire is on sniper in big door. Hasn't picked up anybody yet. Doesn't really have any sight lines, so they do capture second. And with this Uber advantage, you want to move quickly a little bit. There are actually some pretty sneaky traps in the choke, but they're found, and it looks like they're just off to rotate into. Yeah, but they're gonna have to move quickly. They end up demo, but he scuffs his jump. It's an Uber. And that's one of the other things
they
too,
were,
right?
They were terrified
where
of
you
the
have
sniper. They didn't want.
You can't risk sniper that much, man. Sometimes you have get a little bit of BDE, dick energy, and they were really flaccid. It doesn't work out, and so the Uber does not accomplish anything. Wacky Fire playing as that sniper in big door, but there's really no angle holding besides this. The space is wide open for them to take it. The sacks are coming in. Indy trying to get something, lands on Denisovich, and gets him down to 60. He is quite weak in elbow as well. Will he get the kill? No, he picks up Blake. The Ubers have evened out, but Yop ends up getting forced. An amazing miss by Delenu, who went through drop down. So that'll leapfrog the Ubers again, but you just wonder how much of an impact in terms of the speed of the pushes that having the sniper is gonna have on fresh installed, because having that lack of a soldier bin create that space can be a big hindrance. But if he can hit the shot, he hits the shots. But I don't think he's hit the shots yet. So you have Blake going in for a frag.
Oh, and
Blake.
Oh my God!
That's I don't know.
2 or 3 drops.
I don't know if that was a drop.
Ready.
But it was a kill. Was it a drop? Tragic. Wait, it would have been a drop. It would have been a drop. Yeah, because they did. You didn't have Uber. Or like that.
Yeah, they did.
But Rive, look at Rive. Look at Rive. Oh wait, no, he's taking a fight with Blake.
He caught the stick. No, they're coming back for him. What? Oh, they're gonna take down 2 forward. Yop still has Uber Ed, so they should be able to push out easily here. There is the sniper in the rock spot. He is pretty caught. If a soldier gets onto him, he's just dead. Yeah, he's committed for this. They're all looking at him. No one has killed him yet. He's looking at the medic.
Oh my God. I love lower league TF2. I actually feel like that was a really smart spot for that sniper to play. It's not really one you check. It's just you got to hit your shots for it to count, and the only shots he was hitting was at SMG. So Indy, go in, just try to get some space, or maybe a frag and get anything. But now all of the combo is flooding through this choke. Blake is jumping in. He's just getting hard denied though. Rob is on the floor taking a 1v1 with a scout. Ends up not dying. And the Ubers have evened out. It's just a bit of a scrappy fight. Blake's going to get cleaned up here real soon. He doesn't actually. He lives on 10 health. God bless the man. And now Dennis picks him up. It's just a lot of spam, a lot of shots being traded both ways, but only Blake is the casualty at the moment. There is a big bomb in on their side. Fishy and Dart both taken down. Cap. So this is really good pincer play. You know, you get the back cap, you get the soldier jumping in on their side, and the pressure from across the point. That's really good stuff by Fresh Installs, and they've got this 3-player advantage now, 1-player advantage. Indy still has not spawned, but already the pressure is in. You've got a soldier out in the water shooting some rockets, trying to get any sort of spam that he can. Fishy is up on sniper. Is he going to get anything off? Any pot shots? Any head clicks? Not yet. And they've got the heavy up, so there. Dickerson World is a bit content to just sort of play this, just stalemate it out, and wait for the better opportunity to push rather than just play the full offense, or no, sorry, the standard cookie.
Yeah. Fishy is in a pretty, passive spot, not really going for anything crazy, which is fine. You don't give up a sack or give up a player too easily on Gully Washed last. It's not too bad what they're doing. Dart on heavy is also good, and with the fact that there's no off classes on the side of Fresh Installs, then the soldier sack shouldn't do much. Maybe like soldier and scout. See what happens. I'm thinking they're gonna do a soldier scout because no, are they just gonna use shutter? What's the plan here? Wacky Fire's taking all the heals shutter. Okay, they got Rive down. They got 2 players down in the water. This is interesting. Rive. Okay, I don't think they know what they want to do.
Yeah. I mean,
Wacky Fire just waddled in through shutter. They're just taking a trade. But Yop should.
And it has
have to use.
Not amounted to much.
Oh, he does. He was hurt.
Look at the health there.
Okay, that's okay.
Though.
Yeah, it's a 4v4, so this isn't over yet. But with the fact that this heavy is still forfeit,
an Uber reset. If I'm on
do there,
Fresh Installs,
yeah, Wacky Fire just walked.
I'm on Fresh Installs. I'm building as hard as they should be building as hard as they can because they used Uber first. They managed to bait their Uber out just a little bit later, so they actually at the moment. So they've really got to. Looks like they're going through water, which is the interesting play. They do have a pyro on the field, which is interesting. So they're just going to use the pyro and air people off, and that's going to delay a little bit. They can get some cap time, but the Uber does end up coming out. That is a bit of an interesting play there. They just needed the pyro to be able to air off all those players while this gets that 2x cap time. Yop ends up going down, though. Fishy has gone down as well. Dinka was still alive, though. So they have the heal updates. They don't have a demo, but those heals can just make all of the difference. But that pyro could be the hindrance, right? You can't move quick. All he's got is his flamethrower. He doesn't have a shotgun, to be fair. But they're gonna wait. They're gonna rebuild this Uber advantage, which is now about a 50% advantage. So this is a really good to be in if you're Fresh Installs.
They still have the pyro. Oh no, he's going back. That pyro play wasn't a horrible idea. It would have worked a lot better if they had Uber ad, because you just could have had the pyro be Ubered, keep people off the point, and people cap behind him. But nothing horrible came of it for either side. They just used in right through river. The gun hasn't been taken down, but 2 people are dead on their own team. They are going to take down the medic, but I think they're going to lose everyone else. Yeah, it's just Wacky Fire in lobby. And
that was clean.
That was pretty clean. There's still this fight going on in lobby. Server's a little laggy, I think. That's not even like the, one team gets 3 rounds lag. I think that's just the server being laggy. So hopefully we are using different servers. Dala's actually just in. I will talk about that later. Dala's just in. They're refighting this actually. I don't know if I agree with this. It depends on what happens. Robbie is dead, so that actually opens it up really well. Huge air shot onto Indy. Oh my god. He does trade with this, but he goes down, and this is looking like a better fight for Wacky Fire, right?
Maybe,
They need to get
maybe.
in, though. Both teams are in this situation. Like, do we go in? Do we get out? Wacky Fire just walks in and kills Yop. Now it's the fight win for them. Both teams were just kind of going back and forth. Like, do we commit? Do we not? And now that the med kill happens, Red is going straight into it. They could go in right now if they wanted to, but the smart move is to wait for Uber, and I think that is what's going to happen.
Interesting as well, Fishy is on Sniper, which Uber just said maybe not the play. We'll see how this works out. They're going to be walking through River right now. The soldier demo jumps in. The scout is leashed all the way up. He is just trying to get the kill on the Pyro.
Dead.
Fishy just goes down. Blake is super weak. He gets cleaned up as well. And the health is just not there. And that's going to be, yeah, it's second round. Fresh install 2-0. The back of a scrappy and then super clean repush. You love to see it. So we are in the third mid-fight of this game. 2-0 for Fresh installs in this intermediate grand final season 4. Both demos arriving roughly the same time. The Stickies and Spam is currently being traded. No soldier big jumps yet. Wacky Fire. Oh, here's the big jump. Blake landing right as the choke gets cleaned up though. Rob does pick up Wacky Fire. Dala goes down as well.
Yeah,
but,
they did.
Yeah, fresh installs are out. The health isn't there.
Yeah, Dickerson did a good job of, you know, going off that aggression that their soldiers were bringing out. They're actually keeping it going pretty well. Great pipe from Rob. Oh my God. Dinko is gonna live. Wow.
You see this a lot in like higher level TF2, where you'll see teams once they know that they've got the mid, they'll just keep pushing forward, even if it means, you know, capping that mid is just that little bit slower. And it worked out because they did pick up that scout. The spawners have arrived. Delanu, as an engineer, does go down, so there's not going to be that gun on last. But even Uber's here. Dickerson World, this is, I think this is the second or third time that they've had an opportunity to push last. And with 8 minutes in the half, you know they're going to want to at least have one round on the board before they, you know, before that little break. But they've got to figure out, how to break this hold, and you know, because even Uber's situation on Gully Wash are so interesting to push into, because it's such a claustrophobic last, and there's, you know, a pretty decent height variable that goes on. Blake goes in for the sack,
really
good scout and a soldier sack.
Oh, yeah, actually. He got really good rockets onto Dinko. The scout didn't do anything because, you know, there was a sentry gun. But wow, I think if they sagged 2 soldiers, they might have actually been able to get that med. But you know,
Yeah.
That's not something you want to do, especially on Gully Wash. Soldier's such a strong class on this map. So we're just gonna have them respawning any off classes. It does not look like it. As I say that, Dala is in through River. They're actually all pushing River. Dala is the one dead, and they're just gonna back up. Dennis was really far forward. That I wasn't expecting, but we're just gonna see a nice little reset.
I mean, it could almost be a bit of a mental thing, right? Where it's saying like, hey, you know, we know we've got 2 rounds, and you know we can afford to be a bit more passive. But like, you know, if you're really pressing the issue, you know, TF2 is as much a mental game as it is like a tactical and technical game. If you can get into their heads a little bit, that can really have a profound effect over the course of a match. You know, one person tilts, and next thing you know, everybody's tilting. So, not saying that was the case, but you know, could be the case. Blake going in for a sack here, really not getting anything, but they're just going to use Zen. Wacky Fire does go down. Dart, oh look at this cap time. Fishy immediately plays the point. That's a Gully Wash play out of a textbook right there.
Really
Send in
well
the sack,
played.
take the trade, cap the point, all at the same time. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, they had a really good idea of what they wanted to do on that last push. A lot of teams struggle with, you know, do we cap, do we get the kills? No, they just did them both. And they did really well. Yop taking some decent damage, but so is Dinko. But no commitment yet. Actually, as I say that, Wacky Fire and Dennis just like walk across, and they're both dead. It's a 3v4 all of a sudden. Dinko is still alive. They can back up and keep him alive if they need to. But they're just gonna play the point.
They can just roll forward. It's Blake and Indy who are behind. They're
They're
on
all
the
behind.
mid.
They're all
Rob's
behind.
also behind.
They're all behind.
Oh my God. it could go horribly wrong.
Oh
Blake goes
no!
down.
Don't leave forwards. Woo! I think
Rob's carrying
Rob.
the forward, but
Yeah, Rob actually. He's gonna camp the next forward. Do it. Oh no! Camp the next forward. Come on. No,
I
he
wouldn't
needs to
even
get
camp
back.
forward. I would take this player advantage and the fact that you've
Wait a
got
second here.
scouts. Yeah, just take these scouts and go forward right now. Like, fuck the demo, pardon my French. You know, no, but they let this go to waste. They end up using in through lower main. They haven't taken down this sentry. The sentry does go down, but the demo is back on the last.
And
But
they're just getting destroyed on the point.
yeah, the players have gone down.
It
The
isn't
health
over
is
yet,
not
though.
there.
The spawns came in. Rob dead. Drive the trade. It's just Yop and Dart, and there it is.
There we go. And that's halftime. 3-1 into the half. Fresh installs with some really clean play. That I was actually gonna be fucking pissed. Pardon my French again. I was gonna be mad if they borked that because you had 3 players behind. Like, who cares if the demo comes in late? You've got the 2 scouts, go forward. Just, relentless pressure. But it works out in the end. 3-1 at the half. Let's get some logs here in a second. I am keen as a bean to see what we got.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll bring them up for myself. Oh my God. What? Huh. Rob is
Yeah,
21, 5, and 4, doing 308 DPM, and his team is losing 1-3. What?
yeah.
Dart is 20, 13, and 9. How are you losing? I mean, okay, so they're not lose. They have the DM, I guess is the best way to put it, but they're losing a fact that uh, Wacky Fire and Co. are doing a really good job of taking small advantages, getting Uber forces, and just taking that space really
Hmm.
well. I think Dart and Rob are getting a lot of kills on mid, like holding last in the like messy fights. But yeah, uh, honestly, like if I'm being fully honest, uh no player on fresh installs actually stands out to me. Like 15 and 11, 15 and 15, 14 and 11, 11 and 7, 10 and 17. Like these aren't amazing stats. If you
Hmm.
showed me these stats right now, I would think that Dickerson would be winning.
Hmm.
100%. I 100%.
No, I mean, I think it's
I
what
mean,
I'm seeing from
when you
these
combine it
logs,
with
and
the 3 drops.
yeah, what I'm seeing from the logs and what I'm seeing from it's so much more team play at the moment, right? Dart, Rob, Indy are doing very well. Blake and Fishy admittedly aren't having the greatest games of their career. Good time to have a bad game, am I right? But what I'm seeing out of fresh installs is just they've got really clear team play at the moment. They're picking their times to push. They've got really good. I imagine in the comms they've got some really good focus fire going. Everything's they just seem focused, right? Every player that they've got going is they're just fulfilling their role. And Wacky Fire, I've actually been really impressed by, except that a little bit of time he played sniper, but we're not going to talk about that. And so even though there have been 3 drops from the side of Dinko, uh, it doesn't really factor into it because the play in every other phase of play has been so good. So I mean that's just a really really clean first half on the side of fresh installs. A little bit of missteps here and there, and Dickerson World is not out of this by a long shot. I think if Dickerson can really just clean up their play a little bit, if Fishy can play better, right? Kills and assists and deaths aren't everything, but going 5 and 14 as flank scout, especially with the power that a scout has, even on a map like Gullywash. Like, Gullywash is a map that is more demo and soldier centric, and scouts don't rule the game, but you'd hope to be doing more.
Okay.
So So I don't know. What do you think needs to change in the second half for Dickerson Uni?
Their flank needs to either stop dying early, or I don't actually know. Like, their flank needs to just do better, I guess, is
Hmm.
the way I would put it. Like, they're struggling really hard with what's it called? They're struggling really hard with their like leading players. Like, their combo's doing good work in choke, but then their flank is dying somewhere else, and it just sets up a better position for uh what's it called? For fresh installs to come back in. So
Right.
I think if their flank can clean stuff up a little better, then it'll work out. I am servers being weird to me, so you might have to call the
Yeah.
mid. I'll keep you
My my
updated.
my STV got a little bit weird as well, so we'll
Oh,
we'll
great.
see what happens. Yeah, it gave me Delta ticks. That's we're
Oh,
talking
it kicked all of us
Shears,
out of the server.
big man. The Shears is probably honestly, guys. Everybody, just in the chat, give a round of applause or a poggers emo. I don't know what the hell you kids do for Shears TF. He is absolutely a legend. My game just crashed. Oh man,
Okay,
we're
now I'm joining.
okay. I was about to say, Uni, did your game crash as well?
No, my game didn't crash. I restarted it.
Okay. But to that point, I do think having a tighter flank play is I was noticing that throughout the match.
Okay, I'm in.
It they just seem like they're just a little bit out of sync, and uh, sometimes you can get away with your flank play being a bit messy, but when you're going up a tight flank, which Fresh Installs has really been throughout the match, um, you need to play tight with tight. Wait for you to get that initial frag and then move off of that. Sometimes it just seems like they want to, know, uh, go on a run before they've even tied their shoes. So, but but yeah, so I'm in the STV. We got Uni in the STV. We got Shears in the STV, and we're going to be bringing you the second half of Gully Wash here in a moment. Again, this is the RGL Intermediate Grand Finals for Season 4, and it's been a ripper so far. So after
Yeah.
this map, we are going to go to Snakewater as well, and if we have to go to map 3, we're going to be bringing it to Product. Nothing like a little bit of DM action. So
Yeah, no matter what, this is gonna be nice and fun regardless of how that goes. Three really good maps. They didn't pick a bad one, I don't think.
yeah, I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know, like I said earlier in the broadcast, I just really love Goalie Wash, man. I'm not quite sure what it is about the map that I really enjoy, because I actually used to hate it, but then I actually learned how to play the mid properly as a medic, and then I started liking it. Turns out when you don't die every mid, things are enjoyable. Um, and yeah, and Snakewater is also a classic. We've seen so many great games of Snakewater throughout the years, including I guess it would have been Team Immunity versus Classic Mix-Up at the I-60, no, I-50, whatever, where I guess it would have been one one of the great players, with just a back cap to end all back caps. So hopefully, Snakewater will be another map, another game going into the Snakewater history books tonight. But we'll have to see. We still got one more half of Goalie Watch to get through. Again, this is 3-1 for fresh installs, and they've been very commanding in this game so far.
Yeah, and we're gonna see if they can keep that up, or if Dickerson can stop relying on the individual performance and kind of pull it together as a team. Because if they clean up their issues with the flank, they'll be winning. Their combo is far and away doing better than the combo of yeah, the
I
combo
have
of fresh installs.
Yeah, I have a message from Dart. saying, "Can the casters, us, tell Devin, whoever you are, stop giving him advice in DMs?" Actual quote. Can the casters tell Devin to stop giving me advice in DMs? Dart, your wish is granted. So, Devin, if you're out there, knock that off. Not good. And
Yeah,
we're just waiting for these teams to ready up, and I don't know. That's really all there is to it. I don't really. My brain's kind of stopped working again, so I can't really analyze as well as I'd like to.
yeah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'm very curious to see how these mids go, because individual performance can matter so much on these mids that if it continues, Dickerson might have a big advantage on these.
Yeah, I mean, well, you look at the mid fight from the logs, and it's an even split, 2 for 2 for both teams. So, but I don't know. Throughout the match, I know the score 3-1, but I really haven't got the sense that someone's like fully in the driver's seat, right? The flank issues, if those are cleaned up on Dickerson World, they could very clearly, very easily, start being in control. I just think the overall team play, again, from fresh installs has just been so much cleaner, so much tighter throughout the match. But we are going to go live for the second half. IM Grand Finals, RGL Season 4. Again, my name's Just Jad. We got Uni Wizard right beside me, Shears on the production. And who are you watching on this mid fight?
I'm gonna get on Dennis's cam to see what fresh installs can do to kind of deny. Actually, he is so much faster than the other demo. Look at this. He's just gonna lock him up choke. They're going up the other team's side. They're completely locked out. Dart's dead. Yap's dead. The demo is locked out. Dinko does get taken down by a knife. Blake. And actually, the refight isn't too bad. It is a 2v2. But as I say that, it's a 2v1. Rob is nowhere near the fight. So the mid started out really well for fresh installs, but Dickerson did a good job of keeping their calm, taking down the med on the other team. So even Ubers with a maybe second cab. They're gonna give it up.
Yeah, well, they only had 2 players out there, and the health really wasn't there on the side of fresh installs to really sort of, I guess, push the issue with that second cat. Smartly, they opt to back out. Now, interestingly enough, Dinko, the big med main, is on the Crits Creek, an epic specialized kill streak Crits Creek, by the way. So he got a little bit of money in his pocket. We're gonna see what he's doing. They're gonna use it on Wacky. And he gets Yop, he gets Indy, he gets cleaned up as well, but the crit stickies are coming in afterwards, and the demo's trying to escape with his life, but he ends up cratering. So that's a clean crits Krieg from fresh installs, and they're just gonna, they're gonna cap the point, start moving into river. Not gonna really shit into last. The spawners have a ride, but with a fast building crits Krieg and a significant advantage, yeah, I imagine as soon as we see 100%, we're gonna see a crit sticky flying across the map. But that was clean. A beautiful rockets from Wacky Fire, and then the re-entry with the demo men just striking fear into the hearts of Dickerson. So we're gonna see what happens. They do have crit right now, and they are in position. The crits does come out. Hasn't got anything yet. No kills, but cap time is all you need. 4-1. Delanu playing the point.
Yeah, I was gonna say what I think they should do is put crit stickies on the point and bait it. They didn't need to do that because no one got on the point. So that is 4-1. Really well.
The rollouts are out again, and they went up their side. Dennis is 1 health. This is 1 health, and he's lived through the mid. And now they're just cleaning up damage. It's just Rob 16 health backing out, tail between his legs. And
yeah, I feel bad.
I wanted to make about the
both
crits
these mids.
really. Ah, go on. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I live in Australia. Uni lives in America. So there's an actual issue.
Literally
Trust me,
halfway
it's not
across the
just
world.
us like not knowing how to talk. Yeah. I'm a 21 flight from my parents' house. 21-hour flight. So that's we ever like kind of stop talking. It's weird. It's because Australia. And I just wanted to real quick before we see this Uber push come out. I think crits on Gully Wash last or on any last play is pretty valuable, and we're gonna see another one coming out soon because the comms do get really chaotic. They get really chaotic when the crits comes out, as it does. Oh, and it's beautiful. He just sends a crit sticky right over, just shoves it down Yop's throat. They picked up Yop, they pick up Fishy.
This gun doesn't need to die.
Well, yeah, the guns lived through the entire process. It's finally gone down, so it's just Dennis and Wack, and Dart has changed scenes real quick.
Dennis? It's just the medic. It's going in. Now it's the heavy. What is happening?
But no, the head's still there, and Dinko.
All right.
Dinko, ladies and gentlemen,
okay. It was a medic. It was a
play the point.
It was a medic and a heavy.
Medic and a heavy. And Uni he's got the secret, and they had to take him out, unfortunately. That was about as interesting a last push as I've ever seen. And Uni's back. Uni, please tell us what you're gonna say. We heard medic heavy, and then something happened.
My mumble died. Well, I lost connection, but I was just gonna say it was a medic and a heavy versus like 5 people. Everyone was scared of the heavy. The medic just ran onto the point and capped it, and it was pretty stupid. But yeah, that's 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1, and you know, it was kind of funny too, because we were waxing lyrical about the how what needed to change, and what ends up is a really quick second half. I quite personally, I love plays, and I love heavy, and the fact that I saw a crits heavy push into Gully Wash last just really warms my heart. That's so interesting. As push, you saw Dennis just get in position. The crits come out. I mean, if you're Yop, I think you have to be expecting a funny play like that again. Just in a bit of a poor position. He actually was the furthest most player in on the battlements on his last, and it's just a crit stick. He lands at his feet, and say a quick prayer and hope that the good Lord is merciful on you surviving that. And but I don't know. That was just really clean. Both mid fights, the fresh installs opted to go play their side push, as we call it, and just really clean, really clinical, and they take the first map in this 3-map series 5-1.
Yeah. I think we'll see definitely a different game on Snakewater. The mids can definitely be a lot more drawn out. They still have the potential to be really quick, but more than likely we'll see some teams playing a little passive, seeing what they can get. And I think that might benefit the individual like playmaking that Dickerson have been having. And you can't roll it to last as easily. You can definitely roll it to last, but you might run into some issues with that.
Yeah, well, heavy on last, especially on Gully Wash, is so interesting to push in with, because he's such a damage sponge, but also such a damage dealer that I've seen it work where we just saw it work. The purpose is just bring the heavy in through lower, through launch pad, just to clean up on all the rest of that damage. And I think, as well as we saw, everybody, once they see that heavy, It kind of like they freak out a little bit because one, it's a bit unorthodox, right? You know, unorthodox strats can be very, very effective sometimes. So, you know, because there was so much focus on that heavy, the med was just able, Dinko just able to out in secret for just a bit, and once he saw that frag of the player that was on the point just going in and you know, as I always, you know, tell the younger players, PTFT, man, play the freaking point. You know, so they win that map off the back of some really good plays, um, some great DM as well. But you know, one map it's just one map, right? There's always more, and each map has its own story. And you know, I think if you're on in world, I don't think you could be feeling I don't think be feeling too hard for yourself or too hard on yourself. But I think it's important now for them to sort of take a step back, breathe in, breathe out, you know, and figure out, okay, what went wrong last map? How do we fix this? How do we make sure that at the very least we are going to be taking it to map 3? Um, and you know, the players are good players, so we'll yeah. So no, we'll see how we go. But we are going to switch mumbles real quick, ladies and gentlemen. So enjoy Shears' taste of music, and we'll be back in just one moment. And we are
We're
back,
back.
ladies and gentlemen. Uni's back. Uni Wiz, done with his whiz. And we are gearing up for map 2. We're going to have a ready up in just a moment as well for you guys. So this is Snakewater. This is Dickerson World's pick. And, you know, when I was talking to, you know, when I was talking to Blake, he's feeling very confident about this. And so here's the ready up, and so hopefully his confidence is well placed. So this is map 2 of this intermediate grand final series. Fresh Installs are leading the series right now with a pretty good win on Gully Wash. But new map, new me. Both demos arriving to mid roughly around the same time. Immediately, the height is taken by the side of Fresh Installs. But nothing's really happened. Blake with a big bomb in. A double rocket. Dinko's weak as. And Dinko is dead as. And oh, this is dominant for Dickerson World. They have gotten all the picks they need. It is just Rive, and he is backing out. But is he going to make it out? No, he's not going to make it out. Blake showing that the confidence that he told me they have about Snakewater is well placed. So what a mid.
Yeah, really, what a great mid for them. They're like just getting the cap now. They have this full Uvrad. I don't think Fresh Installs should have their complete setup. Maybe they will.
No, you know, looking at what they've got right now, they've just got an engineer. They do have wacky fire on the sniper, but it doesn't matter because Uber does come in through the left side. Rob takes down that sentry. They've got a scout on the point. A lot of cap time there to be made, but Indy and Blake are quite weak. Fishy is down as well, but Delaney and Wacky Fire have gone down. But now it's a 3-on-4. Dart has to get some mega shots out, meat shot after meat shot, but he's not getting it. And Yop smartly opts to get the heck out of dodge. Running through lower, he's being chased by a Rive, man on a mission, and mission successful. So it's a pretty scuffed push. You know, they had a lot of opportunity. They had really good cap time, but the beam stayed on Dart for far too long, and they missed out on the 4x cap. But it was also, you know, to be fair, very good hold on the side of Fresh Installs, picking up the players that they needed to pick up, and now they've got full Uber advantage.
Yeah, and looks like they're. Oh, okay. Wacky Fire just eats a random pipe, but they should be able to make this pretty, you know, a good fight. Blake dies. So they're going to take mid for free, and they should. Indy is actually on the med, but he gets sniped really well by the scout. So it looks like Fresh Installs should be taking mid pretty easily, and they should be feasibly be able to roll this into second.
Yeah, those soldier deaths are typically just the standard soldier sacks while you're going to give up the point. But Fishy and Dart, they get the Uber forced out. Dennis is going to try to jump in and get some frags. He doesn't get any sort of damage off, but they leapfrog the Ubers. So, you know, if you're on fresh installs, you're going to just want to get the cap and get out, and that is exactly what they do. They are facing a full Uber disadvantage. Wacky is hiding in cheese, but he gets found out, and they're just going to immediately turn around and take the pressure back. Running through Saw, there are traps. They look like they're going to go out catwalk. The Dart sees the traps, and they opt to just rotate through Saw into mid-standard proper. Blake with a big bomb in, gets some damage off, but not a whole lot done. And just off the threat of the Uber alone, they're like, you know what? We're just going to leave. So, you know, sort of trade for trade. A little bit of a back tap going on, but that's one player down. You know, at this point, I think, you know, you just wait for the guy who's behind doing some funky stuff. And now you've got a player advantage. Can you push off of that and see what they do?
Yeah, they really need to be, you know, doing good work to make this. Rob is actually doing a good job keeping himself alive. He takes on Wacky Fire, and it looks like we're going to kind of settle down a little bit. Dickerson might want to go lower. It is 5v5 though.
Yeah, 5v5, and one of that is a soldier advantage as well. So you're only going to have the one sack coming in, but they anticipate that really, really well. And now the rockets are raining down. Blake picking up Dala. Fishy does go down, but the Uber gets traded. But they end up dropping one player. So it's going to be a 5v4 after this Uber's done. But they've ended it in lower, and they really don't have any sort of positioning. Indy in on the med. Oh, but Dinko, he's all alone. Indy's missing. Oh, he feeds a Saw! He feeds a Saw. What a funny fight. And then another soldier sack coming in, and Blake, with the salvage kill, just picks up the med, ensuring it is going to be roughly even. But that could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. But Blake, you know, man on a mission. I think I've said that already. But man on a mission, you know, picks up the frag. But now the repush is coming back.
Really
out
good
again.
refight. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's just Rive. It's just Rive, and he's out.
It's great.
Oh yeah, now it doesn't sound like I live in Australia and that you live in America.
Yeah, they're playing this really well, actually. They're taking mid for pretty much for free. Robbie is trying to forward trap. He might get run down if he's not careful. Right? I heard the heavy. I don't know if Rob heard him. I was on Rob's cam. So we'll see if they know that the heavy is here.
I mean, well, Wacky did have that great heavy play on Gully Wash last in the last map, so we know that, you know, the man loves a good heavy play, and we see this a lot in TF2 all across the board now, just hiding out in forwards. Blake going in for a bomb, ends up picking up Dennis convincingly. The alternative soldier bomb.
Go,
shows his face.
No!
Oh, but Wacky Fire does go down, you know, and they tried to really pressure off of that, but now they're down 2. They don't have a demo. They just need to give this up, which they do. Stacking the point, which, you know, whatever. Cap points are points, right? You know, that's all that matters. So at this point, you know, even Ubers, you've got time on the board, so I think you can, you know, maybe wait and see what sort of picks you can engineer for yourself. Although it looks like they're positioning on this right side, so maybe they're just going to take it straight in. We'll see. Oh, but Blake goes in. Oh, he just gets cleaned up.
Yeah, Blake goes for... There's actually a sniper on the left side. He's getting in the lobby. No, he's not actually. Rob is dead, actually. He might... The soldier... How... Dala doesn't die? And Fishes is dead? What is happening? There's 2 players down. The sniper hasn't even done anything yet. They just
Uber gets forced to.
Was he that scared of the sniper? Because he isn't that hurt. He must have been fearful of the sniper.
Well, Blake comes up huge, not getting the frag, but he does get the Uber forced out of fresh installs. Dinko fearing the Blake rockets, which he's right to do so. So it, You know, this is a good position if you're on Dickerson. Wacky Fire is on Sniper, so they're gonna have to watch out for that. But you can see they're anticipating the Uber push in. Just look at the positioning. We have both teams holding pretty far back, both teams fearing each other. Oh my God, they've got a great plane's worth of space to play in, and they're really not. So, but the Ubers are going to even out. Wacky Fire is on the Sniper, so that's going to really gimp the play a little bit if they're not careful. But if he hits his shots, which he hasn't done so far at Sniper this series, it could be good. Soldier's going in, going for some sacks. No kills as of yet. Dala is quite weak, so he's going to be cleaned up in due time. Blake going in for a big bomb, but he just gets cleaned up. Rive, anti-aircraft.
Wacky Fire had the shot on the medic, only hit him for 100 though. Yop got so lucky. But yeah, there looks like a reset really. Nothing too crazy yet. Wacky Fire still on Sniper. He's playing it really passively though. Just hanging out on bats, which is fine. You know, you don't need to play too aggressive right now.
I will say I have seen the scouts on Dickerson World. I think they're playing a lot better this game, and I think just it being Snakewater really plays into that. Gully Wash being the cramped, congested map that it is kind of a bit of a nightmare for scouts at times. We do see a sack coming in. That's going to be Blake going into Cheese, trying to get anything. Right now he's just playing distraction, but yeah, Wacky Fire, one shot. And then the scouts cleaning up as they do. So I wonder if we'll see Blake come up on and off class. We haven't really seen Dickerson World's players do really any sort of off class play. I just feel like I've seen a lot of it from fresh installs.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to do it. I mean, Wacky Fire honestly hasn't shown that he can do anything on Sniper. Like, not obviously trying to, make him sound bad or anything, but he hasn't gotten a big drop. He hasn't, done any of that. So I think they're comfortable just sacking in players and kind of avoiding him.
Well, Blake goes in for another sack, and then Indy as well, but Dinko is just really well hidden. He hasn't taken a lick of damage. He finally does, but they feed three players for it. Yeah. That's kind of a bra moment. I think that's what the kids say these days. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, a 3-player sack, all for naught, and it looks like they're just going to take the trade straight in. So this is another thing that you see. This is power of the scout in the game. The way the game is played these days, you can afford to have these solo trades. The big jump from Indy gets Dinko quite weak. He's on 4 health.
He was 1.
Oh, but Blake, he gets frags on other players, but missed a golden opportunity. But even then, they're still continuing with this pressure. The Sniper is not doing any sort of work, but Dala...
Kill him! Hit the rocket! Don't walk into the pipes. Oh, you're
Dala salvaging it. Whatever the hell just happened, Dala's the MVP of it.
Yeah,
just
completely won that.
He would have gone through Saw or Catwalk, wasn't it? Because I had my eyes on lowers. That's why I didn't see where he came from.
Yeah, so there is. Oh my God, there's a pause.
There is a pause. So pauses do happen 90 seconds in the future. So maybe somebody capped. We'll see. But yeah, so I mean, if Dala's coming from not STV, sorry, from Saw, if Dala's coming from Saw, that's again, I think that's just kind of shows the level of cohesion and sort of awareness that fresh installs really does have.
And we're already unpaused.
Yeah, so we are on pause, but to have that entire team going and trying to fight your team lower and just decide, no, I'm just going to go through Saw and pincer them, is really, really smart. And he picks up 3 players off of the back of that. He's on a 3K. Rive is on an 8K as well. Rive doing a lot of work this round.
They're just going to take it in right through the shutter. Oh, really good denial from Rob, actually. But the sticks are getting cleaned up. Indy's the first one to die. need kills or the point. Yop actually dies to Dinko, and now the cleanup is coming in. It's a 4v3. Oh, it's just Rob and Blake. They're doing what they can. It's just Rob. He is not taking any damage. It's him and he gets run down by a scout. That was a lot closer than it should have been, but that's the first round.
I just love that because I just hear, you know, he's not taking any damage, and then I just see the scout just walk up and two-shot him.
And the scout wasn't healthy. The scout was like 30 health. Like, okay,
I mean,
Wacky Fire's running heavy to mid. All right.
If you're a demo there, it's really hard to do any sort of work. But you know, so it's new mid, new me. You know, so again, the stickies are being traded. Wacky Fire has shown his face. Blake would have seen him while he jumped out, but actually Wacky Fire just disconnected. So that's why we paused.
Man goes heavy to mid. He gets punished by timing out. All right. But yeah, that is going to be a mid. Great chase by Indy, actually. Oh, he isn't going to get the cleanup. He is going to get killed himself for it. So, Dickerson are going to take mid, but I don't know. Did he just? I think Wacky Fire just airshot that man. I'm not exactly sure what happened. He's freaking out in the chat. But Dinko has a huge Uber advantage now because of the fact they just immediately got out of mid before it even started. So maybe they want to push in with this. Dala's already kind of peeking onto mid. It looks like they want to go lower. Dennis is clearing things. No sticks from the looks of it. Soldier in on the medic. No damage. Blake immediately taken down. And Dickerson looked like they just needed to get out. Indy gets taken down, actually. This could be really big. Wacky Fire's in deep, but his team wasn't close enough, so Yop is going to be able to get away.
Flank.
Dala was on the med. They need to get off the bridge. Okay. Yop is safe here. As long as they, you know, aren't too far forward. But look at how aggressive they are. Look at this. Yop finally does have Uber. Dinko actually uses
pressure. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, you're fine. Go. This is actually technically a better Uber from Dickerson, but the space that what's their name? I'm so bad with this. The space that Wacky Fire and then what's their name? Dennis got, like, and we're paused again. Oh, server crash.
Yeah, I'm seeing a connection problem.
I think
That's
the
good.
server might have crashed.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Sorry. Yeah.
But,
just to that point, you know, I think that pressure is really good, especially because, you know, they had the player advantage. They had a really sizable health advantage as well. So right there, I think going in and keeping up the pressure, I think that's what you should be doing, right? Because it is very, you know, because worst thing that happens, like, I mean, I guess worst thing that happens, everybody dies. But you know, right there, like you just get the Uber forced out of them, and you know, just try to pick off any of the other players, because at that point they are really on the back foot. Not only are they really on the back foot, they were on the back foot in some really poor positioning. So you know, just continuing that pressure, you know, it could have worked out really well for them. Unfortunately, wasn't it didn't work out in its entirety, but assuming that the server didn't crash all the way, because I tried to reconnect and couldn't reconnect.
I think it just fully crashed.
Oh, nice. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, you should go to Kixalite servers. Kixalite, you know, they are, you know, an Australian-based server provider, but they've recently expanded
Servers
into
back
North
up.
America, and they're actually having a tournament. And as someone who's used Kixalite servers exclusively, they're amazing. And what is this? Serve Me, Obama Serve Me. Forget about them. Kixalite is where it's at. Kixalite.com. And I was not paid to say any of that. But Coden, if you're listening, I'm happy for some money.
Yeah, the server I think is on its way to be coming back up. On the other stream, actually, it's actually looking like a good game. WAP is beating No Limit 4-1 after No Limit had a pretty dominant showing on product. So that one could be going the distance.
Hey, do you know who's winning the Invite Grand Final? That should be a close one.
It's actually, if I'm being honest, it's close. Round-wise, it isn't close. I have it up on my other monitor. round-wise, it isn't close in terms of like time and fights. It actually is pretty close. But yeah, it's 3-0 Froyo right now, and it's looking like it's going to be a 4-0. But we'll see. Yes, players are rejoining the server after that crash. How do you deal with that? I actually don't know what the rules for the re-exec are.
I don't know either. I'm not an admin.
I don't know
Maccabeus,
what
if you're
the.
listening, tell us what you do
Well,
in the
actually,
chat.
I can. I don't know if he's in here, but I think they might just be able to start it from. That's Gully Wash. Never mind. I was gonna say they can start it from wherever wherever the crash happened, but their log, like, you can set up your logs to update after every round, and this server that they're on doesn't have that. Oh, and they're off the server again.
Yeah, I think hopefully they might be moving to a Kixelite server, kixelite.com. But no, I think I don't know what the official rules are. I think gentleman rules would have because both teams were on even Ubers, so I think the best thing to do is just let whoever was on second cap mid, then cap second, and then basically play it from there. I think that's the fair thing to do. But it's also the
Yeah.
grand final, so all bets are off. So we'll wait to see what the new server is because nobody's in this STV. So we will. The message from Shears TF is they're working on it. So we'll we'll get to that in just a second. What do you make of the play of both teams from that first half up until the server crash?
I'm really liking the way that Dickerson are playing off that individual, skill that I was talking about early on product or on product. What am I saying? On Gully Wash. They were doing a really good job of, if one player was having like a huge play or something, they were doing, the best that they could to follow up on that and keep that aggression going. But on the other side, fresh installs were doing exactly what they've been doing this entire time. They've been, playing really well off of each other. Aside from the pootis play, they've been doing a really good job of, just keeping things together as a team and just not letting anything, crazy happen by one player.
We'll see how we go. Shears. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. I've just been more impressed with Dickerson World this round. At least more impressed than I was last map. But I think I still think just fresh installs are just playing more tight. Individually, I think they're less prone to mistakes, and I think whenever they get an advantage, be it a player or Uber, what have you, they're really good at utilizing it quite commandingly. But I think it's almost a game of like individual players versus like team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dickerson World can feel a little bit hard done by. I certainly don't think the server crash is helping them at all. But they had at least one last push where they should have picked it up. Unfortunately, the other players on their team would have lost their fights. And sometimes that's just what happens. But they're definitely not out of it. It is still going to be 1-0 fresh installs. So I don't know. I mean, at the very least, I've been enjoying this game a lot. So it'll be interesting to see, especially $138 on the line.
Big
It's
money.
yeah, how much is a? Let me do the math real quick. How much is
Not much.
138 divided by 6, assuming that they just go to the players who played in the final?
Not a lot of money,
20
I'll tell you that.
$23. That's enough for a delivery from Domino's, or something. Rent, maybe. Get 5% off your rent that month. So we'll see. We'll see. But I guess as we wait for the new server, it's $8 minus the league fees, right? Thank you, High Impact Dolphin. I guess while we wait for the new STV to arrive at our doorstep, I think we'll just throw it to some music. How's that sound?
Sounds good with me.
All right, so just stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, or go to Team Fortress TV, twitch.com/whatever, the other Team Fortress TV stream, as they do have the amateur grand finals, WAP versus No Limit, and they're on map 2 right there, or I guess map 3. So we'll see you in a second.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry about that. There were some interesting things going on with the server. Is back up now, and they have actually started playing. So Dickerson is actually in control, or at least pushing last right now. As far as I'm aware, what they're doing is they have fresh installs are up around. Well, actually, fresh installs aren't up around because I guess while we were trying to figure out the STV, Dickerson got around based on just looking at the scoreboard. So I think it's 1-1.
I guess we'll find out.
I'm not actually sure about that. I think it's 1-1.
And all of a sudden, as we're talking about the scores, it looks like it could be another round on the board. Rive and Dulwich have gone down. It's a lot of cap time, and the Uber does get forced out. Fishy just running all around the place, and they've just soloed it on this heavy.
Solo heavy Uber.
And it's finally ended. Fishy just needs to focus this heavy or get the med or get someone. And the pistol work out of Fishy, something out of, something to die for, man. Which I guess Delano actually did, and they've managed to. They haven't won the last push, but they have gotten out of it with 20% advantage, which you're building really quick. Wacky fire in on Blake in lobby, and they've actually pushed their entire combo in. Indy's going into Saw to try to take him down, but he doesn't take him out at all. It's Blake down on the side of Dickerson world. And but now they're pushing in, they're getting the pressure started. But do they know that they have advantage? I think Yop is running the Uber saw, so he doesn't get that little bit of extra information. So, but if they push now, they could possibly get something. Blake's going in for a big old bomb, and looks like they could be pincering them in the lobby. But nah, it doesn't work out. Indy goes down. Blake's quite weak. Dart's weak as well, and I don't know, this is kind of a scrappy fight because you have some teams fighting lobby.
Yeah, Dennis being dead is huge. They can't fight second anymore. And with the spawns being really bad for, what's it called? With the spawns being really bad for fresh installs, this could be bad. But the infiltrate does come out. Dickerson just used right in. Nothing has happened yet. Indy's the first one to die. Rive immediately traded back as well. Rob taken down. Dala's dead. It's just a 4v4 constant back and forth. I'm not really sure who wins this. I think Red. I think Fresh Install should win this. Their meta is getting run down. Yeah, Dingo just gets one shot by Dart, but now Blake's dead. Dennis is going in.
Dart lost that for them. All they needed to do, they had the double scout chariot, yeah? All they needed to do is just play really tight, right? The demo was out of position, and so if Dart and Fishy just both turn and mince him, which they would have done, they take down the demo and then they can start moving left to right. Instead, Fishy focuses the demo, but Dart ends up just running off and doing his own thing. So there's maybe just a little bit of miscommunication. Maybe he's just getting overexcited. It happens. But like, if they just play patient, play calm, play tight, move left to right, they could have won that. But sometimes it doesn't work out. Blake is on spot. He is moving in position. What? Oh, he butter knifes him.
He might live too.
Blake with the butter.
So dead. He wants the demo. Shoot someone. Stab him.
But Rive,
what is happening?
Rive was on Yop, gets him down to 34, but Yop with some MGE movement gets him out, gets him dead, and it's just
this is
Dennis
around.
up.
If they go right now, this is around.
Well, they need to cap. They don't have second.
They don't have
It
a
was capped
start.
in the
Yeah.
meantime.
They didn't have a
So
scout, so they weren't really sure who was gonna, you know, get on there to cap, and they're gonna take it, and they're gonna, you know, kind of just set up for their own last push. Theoretically, they should take this because of how big this Uber ad is, but you know, you never wanna say that they're you never want to guarantee anything, I should say.
I mean, it's full Uber advantage, and Wacky is on the sniper. They do get forced in that right side lobby, so they just need to focus this heavy down ASAP, which they have done. They've gotten some cap time, and they've gotten Dennis into lane, and Dinko, and Wacky Fire. It's just 2 up on the side of fresh installs, but they're going to be cleaned up in short succession. It's just Rive with a last-ditch attempt, and I
believe it's 2-1.
So that is gonna be 2-1. Yes, with in the side of Dickerson. You know, again, I think this is a map where their scouts have more opportunities to shine, and they're letting it shine through Indeed, even though we didn't see the first point that they capped. So this last mid fight of the half, maybe just padding some stats. Wacky Fire and Dennis go down. They could maybe do this. I'm not sure how long it takes to cap. But with the op just chilling out on the mid, and Rive just going in, Yop just stands there, no fear. So that's going to be the half, 2-1 on the side of Dickerson. Good stuff, good stuff. So that'll bring us into the halftime.
Yeah, logs aren't going to tell the entire story. Dickerson has definitely controlled the second half of this half. Because there aren't actually logs from the first half because of the server crash. But regardless, you know, both teams are playing really well, I think. Here, let me look at these stats. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
What's happening is one team has 2 rounds and the other team has 1.
Well, so I don't know. Now I don't know if the one team has, because there's no log for it. You know, we saw. You're sure it's 2-1? Okay. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna say it's 2-1. We don't have logs. Literally, the only log we have is from that last round where people were standing still on mid. So, but yeah, just based on what I was seeing, Dickerson were doing a better job of, like I said, when the server was down, following up off those individual plays and playing more as a team, which they really weren't doing on Gully Wash. So they're playing a lot better.
Yeah, I think the team issues have definitely been fixed up. You know, from A to B, from I guess first map to second map. So they're definitely. I mean, they're 2-1 up. So at this point, I think if you're Dickerson, Dickerson World, at Dickerson World, whatever the team name is, I think the focus should be get a round or 2 up on the board. Give yourself a little bit of an insurance policy, and then don't stalemate out the map, because we're not Europeans. We don't play like that. But you know, then once you have that, you can maybe play a bit less loose. But even then, this loose style of play that they seem to have, I mean, it's worked out with them so far in this map, and you know, Snakewater being the more open map that it is, you know, sort of lends into that. But you know what? Fresh installs are not out of this. They still do have this map lead, so they just need to pick up a couple rounds and see the game through, and they'll be your intermediate grand champions. But we're gonna go live, so I guess we'll have a better idea in the next couple of minutes. So, who do you think? Who are you gonna watch on this first mid?
I want to see what Blake can do. He was doing on Gully Wash towards the end. He was doing really well, but I want to see what he can do here. And I think he's been playing pretty well overall. Stats might not show it, but his impact has been really well. He's skip jumping across right onto the medic. Good first rocket, good second rocket. Oh, Dinko does not die, but Dinko is really hurt. That's going to be pressure. If they take down Dala here quick, this should be a mid, but no. Robbie and Fishy are immediately dead, and they're going to lose. Both those teams did such a good job of immediately pressuring off of the damage that they got. It's just, and the space that they took from it. It's just one team did it a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, actually, keep talking. I have to deal with something in my house real quick.
Okay. So even Ubers, you know, nothing crazy, no off classes yet. We're probably just gonna see maybe a roamer bomb through window, or a double sack or something like that. Dennis is, you know, getting Dala is in actually on the demo. That's not a bad pick. I mean, it's obviously not the medic, but getting on that demo allows for Indy and the combo to do that. They force Fishy is dead. Okay, Wacky Fire died. That was bad, but Fishy's dead as well. So this is actually going a little bit better. But it's a demo versus Soldier Uber. Theoretically, the Soldier should win this if they can avoid it. Blake goes in, kills himself, but also takes down Dinko. So now this is keep Yop alive and you win, but kill Yop and you also probably win. So it's all based on Yop to kill Delanu. And Indy's out of rockets, I think. He does take down Rye. Oh my god, this is so scrappy. And now they're staring down the demo and the Soldier. They're both hurt. There goes Dala. Dennis is getting run down by a scout, and there he goes. My god.
I leave for a couple seconds and then people die, and Ubers are
yeah,
leapfrogged.
It was a pretty hectic
Oh,
time.
Wacky Fire's on the bed! Oh,
Nope.
No.
That's a desperation play. That's my team is down 3 players. I need to get on the med. I mean, it was a good attempt, but like that's not, you know what I mean? Like the play itself wasn't good, but for what he had, it was a good play.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of what you have to do once you get that big player disadvantage, and you more or less know that you're gonna have to give up mid. It's like if you're in a position, you know, you might as well just go for something low percentage play, but I guess low percentage is better than no percentage. So, but they have evened out the Ubers, but there is Dala chilling out behind enemy lines. He's waddling into lower, but they have spotted him out, so Sticky's being laid at his feet. But they're going to exchange the Ubers into lobby. Indy has gone down, and the Ubers is going to end on bats for the guy, the blue team, Dickerson World, sorry.
But Dala's so much that Dala's in on Yop. But there was a back half going on. Blake is fighting it. He does get taken down. So it is now just Indy, Fishy, and Dart. 2 of them are hurt. 1 is behind. Dart is going to get taken down. Both are in front. And this is looking really good for fresh installs.
Yeah, and you know, now Fishy's just getting caught out. Womp. So I don't know, if you're holding second and you're holding on disad, you can't afford to have your scouts dead. Dart maybe an excuse trying to go for a little bit of back cap play, but Fishy really just needed to be out. Just having that ability to deny bombers in is so crucial when you're not in a position to hold really tight, because the play is always going to be when your soldiers are going in, they're either going to jump to make space, or if your med's out of position, jump to get your med. So it sort of works out. Fishy does end up spawning in time. They opt not to do the push without the Uber, but they need to start moving now, because Yop has been building really well, and this Uber is going to even out. Blake's going to jump in, trying to get some sort of distraction going. Yep, just distraction play. Fishy and Dart jumping around, trying to get some.
Great
big bomb by Dala.
Oh,
just
unfortunate.
Yop didn't take a lick of damage there either. It's really good on him. Indy jumping in, trying to get them
aggressive.
lower.
Wacky Fire might die as well. Oh, he is. Why? You should not be this far forward. They're gonna draw. Blake's gonna get taken out, but look how hurt Dinko is. He has to get out, and they're just gonna use right in as a scout Uber. Good damage onto Yop to force him. I don't agree with this.
But yeah, they're gonna get.
It's a scout in the med, and you're surrounded by their entire team. Theoretically, you should be caught, but great shot by Rive to take down Indy and to back them up a little bit.
And now look at this re-aggression. The soldiers are in, the players are down. Rob's really weak. Yop, Fishy, and Blake just trying to, back out. That was kind of wacky, right? You have the re-aggression, and then the re-aggression doesn't go so well, so they have the re-aggression from the other side. So interesting plays indeed. Ubers are, Yop's got about a 20% advantage. Yop's been building really well this round so far. I think they're out the series. Both teams have been building really well. Dart is up on the engineer, the Texas Engie main, trying to just have that little bit of extra denial, but Dala is going to come right in.
Double
Doesn't get
sack.
anything on Yop. Rive goes down as well. So
Yeah.
here comes Blake. And he's dead.
Nothing at all. You know that's coming. Especially with one soldier being dead, the most you can afford is sending one person in. Wacky Fire does get taken down, so that's a good pick on the other side. It'll stop the aggression a little bit. Indy is on spy, just checking. Will Wacky Fire... He sniped a little bit on Gully. It doesn't look like... He's considering it. He's sitting... There it is.
Yeah. He saw that look in his player body language when he didn't move. He was like,
He
should I,
moved
should
a little
I?
bit,
Yeah,
and then
I'll
he
do
didn't
it.
leave spawn. It's like, yeah, we're doing this. So...
See, that will... Well, Blake is also up on
yeah,
sniper as
Blake
well,
is counter-sniping. He
so
knows.
a little bit of sniper on sniper action.
Yeah, so they know about Wacky Fire. I think Dennis saw Blake as well. So both snipers should be called, which means neither medic should be in danger for the time being, unless one of the snipers decides to do something crazy. Nope, Wacky just kills Blake, and now Wacky has some room to work with. Dala could go in right now, maybe, but they get pressured back lower. And we're just gonna kind of reset a little bit and see if Wacky Fire can hit any shots.
Well, Yop is in a really safe position. Well, he was. Now he's not because they moved. But he's in a really safe position. No headshots coming, but the headshot comes anyway.
It's another one. This man's crazy.
Wacky
Just go
Fire.
in. Just go in now. You need to go now. Take down Fishy. They're dead. They're 3 up. They're 4 up. Just go. Just go. What are they doing? Just go. Kill the gun, please.
IM players really be like this.
Your
sometimes.
demo isn't that. Your demo is with you. Kill the gun. Your sniper's doing that. Just go. Your demo's getting run down now.
And the Uber's on the
now there's another
players on
shot.
the point.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my God. God damn, dude.
Oh my God. All right. I apologize. I'm not cheering for one team or the other. It's just so annoying to me that they get 3 picks and they're still so tentative.
Not
you
only
have
did
a
they have
demo
3
man,
picks,
you have a soldier, you have Uber. Just go. These
they
players are dead if you
they
go
had
in.
double scout as well. Double scout's all you need sometimes, man. Just hit your shots, bro.
They had every advantage. But in the end, it worked
look
out.
how
so...
weak Dennis is. Oh, he gets an arrow, but it's quite weak for that initial fight. Red team has all the height. Red team has all the positioning here, and red team has the one frag that they need. Yop is dead, but oh my God, Blake.
Actually,
Blake with the salvage goes behind, picks up Dinko. I think they would have seen Blake have gone behind. I think he went through lower, which is good recognition, right? You see that player go lower, you move forward, you take that space. You just have to remember that a player's gone lower and he's going to be rearing his ugly head sometime soon. So, unfortunate. Fresh Installs does end up picking up the mid. So they picked up a round. They picked up the mid. It's a good spot to be in. But it's even Ubers, and Dickerson, they can just chill out a little bit, see what sort of sacks they can get. Again, I think you don't want to stalemate the entire game out, but you take a second or two to do something. Time is of the essence.
Yeah,
so,
that is true, but time is of the essence. Crits on Dinko though. Wacky Fire is walking in. Soldier crits. All right, he's not really doing anything with this. Dart does die to Dala. Now, ooh, they are on Yop actually. Really good play from Dala. Now Blake's dead. This is Rob and Fishy. And Fishy's dead. Where's Rob? He is gone.
I loved that. They use the crits in through Saw while they're walking in through Saw. I think Dala just comes in and just bombs Yop. Again, I was saying this earlier on Gully Wash. When the crits come out, your comms can get so chaotic that crits, blah, blah, blah. Where they're pushing crit saw, stuff like that. That even if somebody calls, soldier bombing from lower, like it can be lost in the chaos so quickly. So really, really, really smart play from Dala. I've been such a big fan of these plays by Fresh Installs this entire series. And another mid, Blake going in for a big bomb, and they just pick up Dinko. Now it's time to protect your med. Yop, it's just Yop and Dart on the point, and it's just Yop and Rob. And Dala coming in from behind and just the pinch. It's too much. It's too much. Whatever happened on that first round, Fresh Installs has figured it out this second round, and they are just in the driver's seat at the moment. 2 convincing mid fights, 2 rounds on the board, and Dickerson World, they need to start figuring out what's going wrong. What is it? I can't even speak. That's how that's how it is, right?
Yeah, they're pushing forward as a team. That's really it. They're using team aggression. More so, not like, it's hard to explain. It's like they're not relying on, okay, this guy goes in and then we go, and it's like, okay, we're all going in now, essentially, is what they're doing. There's a very small difference in like timing, but there's a huge difference in terms of impact. Dickerson is going full Highlander. Well, they had 3 off classes. Now it's only 2. Dinko actually does have a small advantage. They do look like they want to use it.
And use it they do. The Uber has come out. They've gotten a little bit of cap time. The double soldier bomb onto the point.
99, got
gotten Dalu, and yes, the Uber does come out, saving the players, getting that health back up, and it's a double scout chariot all the way through lower.
So
and
dead.
Dinko.
Yeah, that's a situation.
Dedo.
Yeah, that's a situation where you need to make a decision on what your last push is doing. You're like, that they're going to probably be close to Uber. So, okay, we got to get on the med quick, or we got to cap this point quick and push them back. And they didn't really do either. They got like a pick with it, but they didn't really take that much space, and it allowed Yop to get that Uber and just completely destroy everyone who was in. They are trying to refight, though. Indy said...
And Delaney's on the back cap, too!
Wow. He's just the last.
Brutal stuff.
Oh, Blake just saved his team the round.
And Yop is quite weak, though. They need to take care of this scout. Rive the W.
He's gonna take 1v1. Oh no, they're spawners. They should be okay. He's alive?
They should.
They're just coming in. He's alive for so long though. Redder coming in off that. The soda bomb's the point. They just take it.
And if my math is correct, and I wasn't a good math student in high school, this is actually 4-2.
That is 4-2.
For Fresh Installs. So
this is technically match point. If Fresh Installs win another round, this match is over and they take first place. They need pressure.
Yeah, they need this mid fight, or else the mental state is just going to be too far gone. The mental game is so important in situations like this. Blake just bombs in again, gets picked up again. Wacky fires weak. Dala's behind, and
that's a wave. That bomb by Blake, the bomb itself wasn't bad, but it's really, you can kind of see that it's a desperation. Okay, my team was doing well, we're getting rolled now, what do? I go in fast, I kill the medic, my team wins. Like I said, the bomb itself wasn't bad, but they just went so fast, and their team was not ready to pressure immediately. It was bad. Yeah,
and I think that sort of highlights again, the differences between the two teams as we've seen it play out over the course of these rounds. We do have a pause out, so that'll give me an opportunity to make my point. Fresh Installs, just this entire game has just been playing so solid and so tight as a team that while Dickerson World has really a lot of really great players, and they've had a lot of shining moments. When push comes to shove, just the ability of Fresh Installs, like you were saying as well, to like push in, but have everybody be all in all at once. So it, they've just done so well this game, and I imagine once we get the unpause, we'll see how this what could be the last push of the series comes in. I don't know.
Yeah, well, okay, so the fact that there is a pause means there's at least 90 more seconds left in this game. So that means, in my mind, either Indy does something big on Spy here, or they fail the last push, or something happens to where this last push is unsuccessful or gets held off somehow. So, you know, I don't think all hope is lost yet. I've been told this might be a long pause. Oh
And
boy.
I've been talking to Wacky Fire, and it says the demo has disconnected. Um, yes,
Dennis has
Denisovich.
disconnected.
So
Denisovich
yeah,
has lagged out. Oh boy.
so I think just going off of context clues, I think this last push might not actually work out, despite the full Uber advantage. Of course, it's hard to you know guess or anything. But we'll see what happens.
And
Well, I guess
we're
yeah, we'll see now because
unpaused.
it's
So
unpaused.
demo must be back. Well, 90 seconds future, yes, the demo is back.
So here comes the Uber. Gun
Alright.
gets taken down. The Uber does fade. They haven't gotten any sort of entry frag
Gala's
beyond
dead.
that.
Dennis, there's where Dennis dies.
Yop's
The
really
medics-
weak. Does he? Does he? How does Yop live? How does Yop live? He's so
Just
weak.
wacky fire.
I think
Yeah.
he's so weak. My
they
HUD's a bit
just-
borked.
Yeah, that was just a failed last push. They did. Dickerson did a good job of, holding them off, not letting them take too much ground. Wacky Fire hiding on the pack, actually. He does eventually get taken on. Okay. Telenu doing the strategy of building a sentry in your forward spawn. But
That's
he
funny to
messed
see.
it up. No, he didn't mess it up, excuse me. Still. No, okay. Yeah, why is Dart on. Where's Dart? Oh no, my HUD is messed up. Never mind. Ignore that.
Yeah, my HUD's messed up too.
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh well, whatever. They have
Dala-
managed. They picked up 2 players. Rive and Dala have gone down, and the demo. Well, that's where Dennis would have lagged out, I assume. The demo's dead, so that's going to be a 3-player advantage. No players down on the side of Dickerson World, and they're just getting some cap time. They have advantage, I think. Let me check.
No, I'm back. I retried. Ubers are even. Everything is even right now. The demo's back in the server, so we're just going to see a normal last hold, I believe. Dickerson shouldn't be feeling too pressured right now, but they should definitely be starting to feel it. They need 2 rounds. There's 14 minutes. And
Well,
you don't
I
want to
think,
get... Go ahead.
yeah, I think in this position, you really have to be very decisive with how you're going to push, like what sort of sacks, whatever you're doing. And I think as well, they do get forced. So they get forced, and Dart and Blake has gone down, and the health is really not going to be on their side, especially now that they've got a backup as well. Rob is 64 health, Yop is 125, and they're just running, trying to get out as fast as they can. So they do save their meds, so that'll save them from having to fight an uber disadvantage type of fight. Fishy is going to be sniping from the forward spawn, and again, if they can build really quickly, they can re-push off of some small lad. You don't really see it in the lower levels, but sometimes you do if the med's feeling confident. But at this point, Blake goes down. They've sort of ceded their positional advantage. The fact that they don't have a soldier up on height is going to make things difficult as well. Yop is playing a dangerous game. He almost gets caught out. And he's going to live 50 health with the Uber advantage. They've got big Uber advantage now. It's about 30 advantage, dwindling by the second, but I don't think they're feeling confident enough to take the fight, which
Here they
is
now they want
unfortunate.
to. Indy's dead, though. And that's a huge fight. That now Dinko gets Uber. I was going to say, Yop is in. Oh
Dala.
my god.
Ooh.
Good try by Dala. Yop got
Clench your bum
Yop got
time,
really
man.
lucky with that. Oh my god. Good surf, but good attempt from Dala. Wacky Fire's in now. He gets just. I can't say that word. It's now banned on Twitch. He gets. I was just gonna say the C word. But he got screwed over. He shot 2 rockets, both of them hit a different scout instead of the medic.
Well, they take an Uber exchange, the solo on Blake. Yup, what the
All right,
hell? Oh,
we got a radio broadcast going on right now.
Yup is dead.
Yop is dead. Although it's a 4v4 on last. Dinko does. I was gonna say he
Dinko
has that. He's
goes
dead now. It's
down,
3v3.
and yeah, and they've managed to pick up everybody except Wacky Fire. Wacky Fire is the only player alive. He is taking a fight on bridge with Blake and Fishy, but he's gonna die. And what the hell just happened? Like right there, man.
Yeah, Yop died, and it just turned into a huge DM fight. But they did manage to hold him off. Even Ubers. Indy is on spy, just checking from the looks of it. They do look like they want to take control of second, that being Dickerson. Okay, we are back. And we crashed again, hey!
Womp.
We're still radio for now. Wacky Fire is on engineer. Wacky Fire is on engineer on mid right now. So
I think
that tells you the mindset of their team right now.
Yeah, sort of. It's not even, just stall out, but like these bus parking strategies.
Oh, Tinko is on top of Snakewater mid. Oh my god.
How do you get up there?
Scout speed.
Oh, yeah,
if
that
you heal a
explains
scout,
it.
you can hop from the hut up there.
That's so funny. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's sort of exactly what you said. Just gives us an idea of what the mindset is. They've got a sentry up on the shack. They've got their medic up on the mid-fight battlements. So they are fully content to A-Bender 777 this up. A-Bender being an Aussie player who loved these off-class strats. They're just going to take a solo in, and they're going to pick up Denisovich. They finally realize that they have a heavy, and that might be a little bit tilting. And the Uber does fade. Delanu is quite forward. Dahl is also really weak.
5v5, but there's a gun.
Arrow just before the rocket hits him, and he's going to hop back in, try to get Yop. Doesn't get anything. God, imagine having the bloody sentry on mid. That's so funny. The sentry does go down, so they're gonna have to figure things out now, because they're gonna have that engineer up on the mid fight as well.
We're back. All right. So we have actual Dart is dead. This mid fight is still going on. Neither team really wants to give it up. Indy is kind of behind. Rive is actually the first one to die, and now Indy could do something big here. I don't think they know that he's here. They don't. He's going for the medic. He beefs all his rockets.
The man has not played enough MG,
as well. It's even Ubers. They are going to take... Wacky Fire is going to... This man is stuck on engineer. I think he's about to get a kill. Yeah,
they just need to cap the fucking point. What are they haven't even capped mid?
Whoa!
What are you doing? They get the Uber forced out, but they haven't capped mid. So I don't know how much good it's going to do, because Red Team is just going to get all their forwards at this point. And so even though the Uber was hypothetically better, it really was not better, because they were standing on mid too. They're standing on mid, and they're just like,
gonna sit there. Yep.
Nah, we're just not gonna cap the point. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never played a Sixes game before, capturing the point is very, very important. It's how you win. So a big bomb by Indy onto Dinko's, and it's really just not going too well for Dickerson World. They do pick up Dinko at the moment, and they've got player advantages, but they have there's Rive going in behind for some sort of sneaky play, and he emerges himself on the battlements and just picks him up. Oh god,
just constant chaos, because both teams know what the situation is. Up 4-2, so wait, he might kill Rob here. Rob is dead.
Yep,
and Indy's dead. Okay, so now what's their name? Now Fresh Installs are gonna be able to get second, and if they were content to sit on mid, they're definitely content to sit on second, pushing into last.
I think that entire just passage of the last 3 or 4 minutes is just entirely just the mental state of Dickerson World has gone. And I think if it wasn't gone then, the fact that they were on mid and they had mid control, but did not capture the point really just sums it up, because now look at this. Uber comes in. They're all clumped up and lower, but oh god,
5v5.
yeah, 5v5. They picked up 3, but Wacky Fire's going to the point.
It's just Rive and the medic.
And Dinko's gonna get caught out here, maybe in lobby.
Is Dinko alive? Okay, now he's dead, right? Surely.
Is he? Is he? Is he?
Hit the shot, Dart! Dart, hit the thing.
Oh my god.
But,
I don't even know what's going on at this point.
Yeah, it's just constant chaos, but this is actually good for fresh installs. The longer this goes on, the less time that they have to worry about, losing.
Yeah, exactly.
Dickerson is in the situation where, even if they have to back up, they have to push pretty soon after. It's a horrible situation to be in, and fresh installs are doing a good job of punishing that. The back cap is going on, though.
Back cap's going on. Indy's trying to clean him
it.
up.
Hit him with
Doesn't
it.
have rockets, and he gets him with a skill stick. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow.
And the Uber does come out. They need to get some they need to get the medic here at this point, because he's really weak, but he's got 50% advantage at this point. And again, they're just not capping mid, and they're pushing into second with this player disadvantage. No scouts on the field. Well, the scout that they do have is capture in the midpoint at this point. Well, they capped mid. I don't know. So they captured mid. They used their Uber though, so the Uber is going to leapfrog in. They're now looking at a 50% disadvantage, and Dinko and his boys are moving quickly through the map. Dickerson World, anticipating this pressure, are playing really far back. The Soldier Sacks are going to come in. Blake's really weak. Indy is nowhere to be seen, and they're just gonna. I think this is smart. They're happy to just cede the point, not risk the medic dying, and even out the Ubers. But again, fresh installs with 4 minutes left on the clock. This is a good position to be in. Basically at this point, Dickerson World has to get a round. Or it's all over. The Uber is going to get forced out. Dart just going straight in. The Uber also gets forced out from fresh installs, and they flashed a lot. Dart is just having to flash so much, but Yob gets cleaned up. Rob gets cleaned up. Indy's down. It's just Fishy and Blake, and
that might be the final nail in the coffin.
I'm not going to say GG.
Dala is already on last. Skip jumps into last. Does get run down by a scout, but they just stick it off. Scout going to kill the med. Gauss just playing the point.
Yeah, now it's GG. Wow. God damn. What happened to be a 3-1 lead at the half turns into a 5, or was it?
It was a
2-1.
2-1 lead at the half.
2-1 lead for Dickerson turns into a 5-2 for fresh installs. Ladies and gentlemen, fresh installs, you're intermediate grand champions with that was a really convincing performance. That entire second half of Snakewater, just turning on the pressure. The jets were on, the turbo initiated, and yeah, I don't really know what to say, man. That was clean. That was what a half.
I'm gonna look at these logs, but I think actually we have them up on stream. Wow. Yeah, Rive. That's kind of what I thought. Rive and Delanu. We're doing a lot of work. Are they still on the server? They are. They had like 3 and 2 doms to their names respectively, and they were just doing a good job of cleaning up players and not dying too much. Yeah, they were just. It's the team play thing, just the constant pressure that they're able to pull it out due to their cohesion as a team.
Yeah, and I mean, again, that's sort of the story that we've been telling this entire series. We saw a lot of times where, for Dickerson World, it would come together and the team play would click for a moment, but it was just too inconsistent over the course of the I guess the 2 or so hours that we've been here. But from the start, fresh installs were just just a really well-oiled machine, and uh, any sort of advantage that they had, they made it work for them really well. And the entire second half, 4 rounds, 4 mid fights, it was just clean as you like. Just again, just a really well-oiled machine. So yeah, that was good. Good game. GG, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a real good game.
So I don't know. We gonna try to get some interviews, or what should we do?
I personally have to head out, uh, but you guys can do interviews if you would like.
Yeah, I think we should just call it there. I kind of want to go do something else with my day at this point. It's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon here, so I'm ready to do some other stuff with my day. I don't know, but 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 again, it really was a really entertaining game, and I think fresh installs really showed why they deserve to be champions. So very, very well done to them, walking out with a big prize pool, $138. And Dickerson World, putting on a valiant performance. Walking out. I think they can walk out with their heads held high. Second place is very, very respectable. Could be third place. That'd be even worse. So yeah, I guess we'll call it, ladies and gentlemen. Big congratulations, fresh installs, your intermediate grand champions. My name is Just Jazz. I've been so privileged to join you guys tonight, and been so happy that I got to commentate with Uni Wizard. What a legend this guy is, and Shears TF, on production, doing an absolutely wonderful job. Thank you so much for tuning in. Head over to Team Fortress TV, the mainstream, because the amateur grand finals is still going on. You'll get Nick the Giant, Dirtman 107, and Looster over there. WAP versus No Limit. The series is tied 1-1 on Clear Cut. So go hop over them. Other than that, have a great night.